Okay, I hope we will also have sound. So, hello, I would like to talk about the ways of immersion, the practical aspects, how to create or envision an immersive experience for the audience, and I will do it from a rather historical perspective, although I will not begin at the very beginning, but I would start with Sensorama, which was the first immersive virtual reality system designed by Morton Heilig at the turn of the 1950s and 60s, which was an arcade-like machine equipped with all the things you see on this poster. So it used stereoscopic film, two 60mm celluloid films. The whole thing is analog. There are no computers in it. Wide vision, motion. It was able to shake the seat of or vibrate the seat of the viewer. There were aromas you could smell, and there were wind in the system. So if you took a motorcycle ride through Brooklyn, for example, which was one of the attractions, then if you approached a bus or an old vehicle, you could smell the gas emitting from it. On this video on the top, you see, by the way, the working machine and Morton Heilig talking about this, but I have to hurry further. So Heilig didn't only design this equipment, he had to design all the recording equipments, most importantly this stereoscopic camera, which was able to record synchronized two 16 or 35mm films. This is Morton Heilig at that time with his camera. He came from the cinema field, and his vision was to create an ultimate, a multi-sensory, immersive cinematic experience. But he's very famous because he was the one who first designed this funny thing, the helmet, the head-mounted device, which was for a long time the key device for immersive environments. This is a page from his US patent about the helmet. Later, 2 years later, he patented the Sensorama, the device you've just seen, and at the end of the 60s, he also designed a kind of cinema theater, which was able to give similar experience like the Sensorama did. So with odors, with wind, with vibrations and stuff like that. The very first head-mounted display which was functioning was famously designed and developed by Ivan Sutherland, who is an iconic figure in interactive computing. He is the one who wrote the very first interactive drawing program, the Sketchpad, in 1962. He's a very important figure. He also wrote that's why it's quite obvious why the title "The Sword of Damocles" is given, which was a funny title by Sutherland himself. But he also wrote influential texts and his famous manifest, The Ultimate Display. You can read 2 or 3 last sentences. This was written in 1965, so clearly these attempts were trying to achieve total immersivity. I mean fatal immersivity. Of course, these designs were later developed furthermore. This is VPL research in the second half of the 1980s, sponsored by NASA. They developed the first professional system which used a stereoscopic helmet, data gloves, and data suit to create an immersive environment, and sometimes it's really immersive. And the system was designed to have multiple users interacting with each other. So it's a kind of forerunner of the virtual realities we know today. Here there are, stupid PowerPoint is not able to start 2 videos simultaneously, but down there you see the young Jaron Lanier showing the data glove now, and on the other video and this one, you see what this system was capable of as of 1990. But we are not here to talk about suits and gloves and helmets. But let's ask the questions, what are the functions of these devices? Its main functions is to collect data about your position, your movement, and of course it is transmitting visuals, audio visuals to you through these instruments you wear. But these wearables have another fundamental function, that it blocks out the outside world, the physical world. If you wear a helmet and this data suit, you are not disturbed by the reality outside. So you can focus on immersivity. The question is, do we really need to block out the so-called physical reality and the world to give immersive experience? The answer is luckily not necessarily. Myron Kruger, who was originally trained as a computer scientist but got involved with the technophile movements during the 60s in America, and he was inspired especially by the performances of John Cage, tried to achieve a completely different approach to immersivity. He tried to design environments which are, he called them responsive environments, which were technically based on that very witty idea that using a video tracking system, you can easily track the shadows or the silhouettes of the visitors playing with your installation. There are many works using this concept. At that time, Kruger built a huge custom-made computer for this. It was really like a box like this with thousands of cables. I've seen it, how clumsy and tiresome it was to set it up in '99 at Ars Electronica when we were exhibiting next to each other. our installation was next room from him. But with this, with the idea, he created two systems. You see them here a little bit mixed up. In one system, the contour of your entire body is used in the interaction, and the other, in the video desk, as he called, only your hands, the shadows of your hands or the silhouettes of your hands are tracked. And by connecting the two things, people can communicate and play. And it's important because through this responsiveness, through this playful way of thinking, and it's this very simple, easily understandable solution for an interface which is absolutely instrumentless. You can easily control your shadow in front of a wall. It can achieve immersion without closing you into an artificial wearable suit or a room. The visitors are immersed into this experience by the engagement they have in these playful things. You see the small monsters you can play with, and so on. There are many installations and works utilizing this concept of contour tracking. This is one example only. Let's see a bit of it in working. We don't have sound. Okay, I don't care with it. It's a work which deals with Okay. So here you can see that. Is it playing? No. Okay. On these videos, you can imagine the sound, what they are using. In this case, the position of the visitor and the orientation of the visitor is computed from the silhouette detected by a camera, and by speaking into a microphone, they can interact with the system, and as you see on this video, with each other as well. And again, in the previous video, I couldn't show you. There were children playing with this installation, and you have to believe me that these children are absolutely engaged in playing with the installation. They don't care about the others present in the room. So this is a very good example how effective this could be to engage through the playfulness, through the responsiveness into an immersive environment. But anyhow, Kruger, when he wrote his doctoral thesis, in which he described video plays and video desk, he coined the term artificial reality, which became rather popular later on. We can ask the question what this image is. Is it a virtual reality? Is it an artificial reality? Or is it physical? This is a photo of from the Pepsi Pavilion in 1970, created by Experiments in Art and Technology, a group highly influential during the 60s and 70s. It's a real photo of people being in this great big mirror dome structure. This is another photo. It was a building created for the Expo 1970 by the group EAT. And basically, the main attraction of it was a huge spherical mirror in which the people could walk in. There are no digital projections or anything there, just purely light and reflection. The interesting thing is that in this immersive environment, because as you can see, people are rather immersed into this this era, and they experimented with collaborating each other. Each of them could see their own images, holographic-like images, mirrored on the dome structure, but they could collaboratively play with the reflection and each other. And it was important for the authors of the pavilion that they created a program in which various artists were invited to perform things in this geodesic dome structure or spherical mirror structure. To illustrate what's also interesting about artificiality and reality is that this big spherical dome or mirror structure is rather tricky because, as you see, it's not a hemisphere. It's a little bit larger. It's a 210 degree dome or sphere. And as it is a mirror, it acts like an optical device. You know, mirrors are equivalents of lenses, so they do very similar optical distortions. There are telescopes with mirrors, and there are telescopes with lenses. In a spherical mirror, you have two kinds of pictures, real image and virtual image. We all have spherical mirrors in our bathroom. The shaving mirror is a spherical mirror. In that mirror, you can easily watch yourself and shave without having to deal with an upside-down image, whereas on these photographs, you only have upside-down reflections in this building. The photographs cannot capture that part of the visual illusions what the visitors perceived at that time. We can only know that it was existing. And yeah, it was important that the authors of the of the Pepsi Pavilion considered this space as a social space. It was a collaborative effort, and they emphasize all of their in all of their publications that that people should meet there, should collaborate there, and they always try to keep distance from the art world, as they say its aesthetic impact is secondary. This is Judy Marty talking about the pavilion. The left is an outside photo, and this one is also an outside photo. Actually, there is a fog sculpture by Fujiko Nakaya around the building because they wanted to hide the building somehow. It's a beautiful idea, fog sculpture, which is changing its shape according to the weather, according to the wind. It's also a photo about that. And there were a lot of programs in the building. Not only the visual part, but the audio part was also very, very inspiring. And well, perhaps I should stop here. Okay, thank you very much.